Hi, Paul Howe, CSAT Way, red dots on pistols. Doing a little bit deeper dive. Mark in the pro shop has helped me out. So put together this Gen 5 G26 red dot that I like, the emitter, flat back. So what am I finding out? A lot of stuff. So I'm going to go down that rabbit hole a little bit. Half of this video will be here in the classroom. The other half will be on the range because that's the target doesn't lie to you. We have to figure some things out. So to start, and I'll just kind of put this out there. I check the weapon a certain way. Now, a couple times I've turned that dot off. I go up to do a final dry fire and it's not there. So it could be me hitting that. I don't know. I'm still going to do a little research. I understand how this works. It's been very reliable and repeatable. So Mark zeroed this for me, 25 yards. And then what I did is figured out what ammo it likes. So this little pistol will shoot the 147 gold medal, probably a 10 ring size group. It's really good. So I said, okay, let's see how far we can push it. So what I did is I shot this at 100. And the ammo I really found out it likes is the 124 gold dot. The 147 seemed to be falling off at distance. So I was getting about 11-inch drop at 100 or 147. The gold dot's about a 9-inch drop. So I thought, okay, let's do it like a rifle. And I'll zero it at 100 and walk it back. And so what I did is I started walking back 75, 50, 25, 7. And I wanted to see how far my offsets were. So long story short, I'm going to go to a 25-yard zero with it and just hold off at 100. So I know it's a 9-inch drop. So if I aim, we'll just say at 100 right now, it's point aim, point of impact. What I would do is 9 inches is up in this area here. I'd hold the neckline and drop it in the chest. So that's the easiest way probably to remember it with a handgun. Nothing to write home about. But I had some little variables in there. When I say variables, first, this little book has got the come-ups to dial. I do about half of what the book says, and you'll have to figure that out. It's not as, I guess, aggressive as you would think. So you can do minor adjustments and get it zeroed. Now, Mark zeroed it for me, 25, and what I found is it's about an inch right for me. I did both eyes, one eye, still about an inch right, so I did a little adjustments, and then I found some differences. First thing we can talk about is the connector. They put a minus connector in there. To me, it felt like a soggy carrot breaking. It finally broke. So I went back to the Gen 5 connector. I like it. It's clean. It's like the rest of my Glocks are set up as a connector. So I want them all, the trigger pulls the same. Next, Mark had a little back strap on the back there. And it fits his hand, doesn't fit mine. What I like about the red dot is I can actually see my trigger press, and I can see the movement of my trigger press when it finally releases that striker. So what I'm looking at is that is a great training tool right there. Now, other issues. He has this X-Grip Glock 19 mag. I've shot him before, and I'm torn on him. I let the target tell me if it works or not. So using this with a Glock 19 mag, or going back to a regular G26 with a Pierce grip, the Pierce shot tighter for me. So I found out a lot of little things in there that I wouldn't have known, but I had to take it through its paces. I know a lot of folks shooting these now. I did a class recently, and it was probably 90% red dots. Few people still shooting iron sights. Right now, I'm still going to shoot irons on my everyday carry until I figure this out. And I'm still looking at it. I'm looking at the pros, cons. I don't like the box, and so I like a clean 180, and there's some reasons for that. Now, I may switch over one day. Right now, no, but I want to give it a good shakedown. So it's very accurate when you use that red dot. When I say very accurate, bullseye shooting shoots really tight groups. Coil, splash up some pictures. Again, you're hard pressed to do that with iron sights. It can be done, but it's a lot easier with that. And again, paying attention to your dot and actually seeing what that dot is doing with your different trigger presses and all the different variables that you can actually mix and match in this gun. So what I want to do is take a break from here. We're going to go to the field. We've got to go look at the targets and talk about cause and effect on the range. Everything from ammo to the grip enhancers here, the I don't know what you call it, the connectors. You know, I'm torn. I like a little stiffer. That's just me. It works fine, and all my guns are the same. So if you hang on, I'll see you on the range in just a few moments. All right, we're out at the range. Some of the things I do to check ammo is I'll use triple bowls, and then what I did is put the red dot here and watch the drop. So, and the groups. So 147 blue tape dropped down a lot lower than the 124. I called that one. I pulled it. But the 124 gold dot was shooting really well. So that's what I went with on this test or experiment. I'm going to shift you over here to some other targets and talk about some other variables. Hang on. All right. Had two different types of gold dots. A 115 that I have a 26 that likes. And so most of them like the 124 better. So shot two groups. This one seemed to shoot a little tighter. So that's what I went with. Now when I took it over here at 25, did a couple tests. This is Mark 0. So when he issued me the 26, I shot his 0 to start and I tweaked it a little bit. I think I came probably 2 clicks over. So I did the one eye. Does that make sense? Closing that eye and shooting the red dot. Then I had both eyes open. Called that one. To me, not much of a difference. So I talked to a lot of guys out there that they'll shoot the red dots at distance, and what they'll do is just close that non-dominant eye. So that shoots really good, that gun. So I took it now over to 100, and I did a backward process, which means I zeroed it at 100 and then walked it back to 75, 50, 25, and 7, and we'll go look at the results. All right, right here, 100. Find the dot down just like you do with an AR. Made it really fine. Try to put it right in the center and did clean breaks. Okay, so again, Gen 5 G26 standard connector, and what I went to is the Pierce grip. So that was what I found shot the best. Now I came over here and did same thing, 75. I don't know what happened here. Okay, you know, it is what it is. 50 with the 100-yard 0, shot this high. 25, still shot about 3 inches high. 7, right there. So you'll have to figure out what 0 you use. Could you use 100? Yes. You just have to know your hold offs. Really what I would do is 0 it at 25 and then figure out my drops. So right now we're looking, I think, a 9-inch drop with 124. So 100-yard shot. If I knew my distances, I just hold the face, drop it into the chest. And so that's an easy way to think about it. So I'll see you over on another target, because one more point I want to bring up. All right. One more point. Easy grip versus the Pierce grip. I look at the micro points. So I shot some of these groups and it just, I don't know, putting a Glock 19 mag in there. Now, up close, it's not an issue, but at distance, man, it has some quirks for me. So what I did is I just went all the groups over there with the Pierce grip. But I had to do some diagnostics to figure out, hey, is it me, the gun? Is it the grip? So this was kind of like all over the radar screen. When I came here at, did some of the distance shots, you know, I couldn't tell where it was going and it didn't feel good. Now, 25, not a big deal. 50, 75, and I was losing some shots. So I went back to, all right, what gives me the most consistent grip pressure every time? And it's the Pierce grip. So nothing against the other grip. I think it's good up close. When I say up close, 25 and in, I'm just going to stick with one grip that works across the whole spectrum. So hope this helps. Hope you enjoyed the video. You take care, be safe. I'll catch you on the range. All right, Paul Howe, CSAT Way. If you like our videos, we have a Mighty Network webpage and over 400 and probably 60 to 70 videos on it right now. Everything from operator level to instructor level. So if you want to continue your training and you can't make it to the range, this site is available. Hope you like it. Give us feedback, because we're always trying to to make it a little better. It's organized, structured, just like we'd run a shooting course. So appreciate you guys watching. You take care, be safe. Hope to catch you on the range or in a class.